guys, I just had a bit of a tough conversation with my partner, but recently I've been listening to a lot of Louisa Hay. If you know who she is, you know. If you know, you know. That's basically what I'm gonna say. Louisa Hay is this incredible metaphysical teacher. She's one of the first authors of the self-help genre, the way we know it today. And she's just, her presence, her speech, her everything is just absolutely so calming, so incredible. She's such an inspiration to me. My mom has always actually made me listen to her when I was younger. We had her tapes. We would constantly, when I got a sort of health condition when I was younger, among other things that I don't identify with anymore, but when I did, and even before, my mom would always have me write down Louisa Hay's affirmations 5 times on this journal, 5 to 10 times. And I had no idea. Like, I was young. I was like 12 years old, 13, and I was writing these affirmations. I didn't even know they were affirmations. I was so confused why I was doing it. I wish that I kind of learned more at that time, if I could have understood it. But I just knew that they were special, that they were important. I kind of scribbled them down because I didn't realize the power I had to put into those words. I had to genuinely think about them. I had to genuinely believe them. But my mom and she would make me do those. And I don't remember exactly what they were. Those journals, I'm sure, are long gone. But yeah, Louisa Hay has always been a part of my life. Part of my mother's life, even when I didn't realize it, even when I didn't know exactly who she was, what she meant by her teachings. Now I have ventured back into Louisa Hay. Funny enough, there's been so many manifestation teachers that I've studied, that I've listened to, and the first one that I even listened to, I hadn't gone back to until very recently, a few days ago. So I've been listening to her tapes and her interviews and her meditations, and something about them I can go back to anytime I feel slightly lost, I feel a little bit overwhelmed, like something's not going my way. Today, just now, I had a lovely dinner date night where my boyfriend and I cooked with each other, and we watched the rest of Off Campus. If you know, you know. But yeah, we cooked. We made these really good salmon bites, and we made veggies, rice, avocado, really delicious. And then at the end of the night, I was ready to go to sleep. He wasn't staying over, so I asked him when he was leaving, and it brought about a tough conversation that I will not be saying on here, just because, I can share, but I won't overshare on things where sometimes I don't think it's my business, or not necessarily my business, but my place to do so. We had a conversation that was a little bit tough. It brought up some old beliefs and thought patterns that I've had in my past relationships, such as my love being a little bit transactional and not being shown in the way that my partners would want it to be shown. I am a little bit of a when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, I definitely veer on the more detached side. I am, if you had to put a label, avoidant, but not in the, like, if you had to label me, someone can look in the relationship and just decide that I was the avoidant one. I personally, I don't have those avoidant thought patterns, but sometimes my detached behavior can come off as one of someone who has avoidant patterns, which, it's okay. We all have things to work on. It's fine. But, sometimes it inhibits the way that my partner feels loved. It kind of, it doesn't do them, it's not a favor to them. So I had a conversation about that, and came to realize that this isn't something that I necessarily have tried to change. Even though I say that I've tried to change every single time, it's really not something that I've tried to change, because I've come to notice that after my first talking stage ever, I decided that it was better for me. First talking stage, first relationship as well. Both of those play huge parts. I've decided that it's better for me to stay detached than to be the one that is too attached. And that's not necessarily the best way to go about any sort of relationship. Because yes, you're closing yourself off to getting hurt, but you're also not giving your all. And I want to talk about this more in my next video. But in relationships, you give and you take. If you're taking more than you're giving, it's okay, but it's more fulfilling to give everything you can, being that you want to, which is another big thing. You need to genuinely love this person. You need to genuinely want to. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow, but